are, guys.
Ah. On tab. Here we go. Ah.
In the top 4, my name is Steven.
And I'm Zach.
And we're here with a game of Ashes Rise of the Phoenixborn, an ECG expandable card game from Plaid Hat Games. This is Ashes Weekend hosted at
I haven't watched this match yet.
some of the last players who have not yet faced the fury of elimination. We have Elliot and Tim. That is
Darn. There we go.
versus Jessa. So we've seen a lot of Rin and Jessa.
So this is Elliot. Like he said, this is Elliot and Tim in the semifinals at Team Covenant and Ashes Weekend in Tulsa. And I'm sure they're going to cover this, but Tim is playing Jessa. 5-5 spread. Nature Ceremonial. And then Elliot is playing that YOLO style. 4 Ceremony, 4 Nature, 2 Illusion. See how it goes.
Both of these come into the top 4. And one
Classic start.
is going to reign supreme. So
Absolutely, and we've seen this a decent amount here, which is
EV gets ice trapped.
Hammer Knight, forcing your opponent to deal with it, followed by a violinist getting ice trapped.
Yeah, so Hammer Knight.
That's what Tim was doing.
Violinist,
Doing
ice
all day.
trap. And you can see how this ice trap in opening hand
And
is
screams for
serious
damage too.
damage, right?
Boom.
Because now you bring
Tim's got 5
mana
mana though.
and it comes back to you, so now you can get a unit up here if you need to, and that can be a significant factor for sure. So that first turn ice trap, basically taking a unit off of the board without that element of control, and Elliot takes an initial damage for that very reason. That is a standard opening that, you know, you study card games sometimes, you see certain card pools and metas. That is a snapshot of, I think, this meta right now, post Rin and Bryn, and you gotta love that. And
Rossback Bear.
Rossback Bears. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And you know, Tim here having the first player token, the initiative, really possible for him because he's got that first action right now. I'm going to force you to play your blocker. I know I have the ice trap, and it's to the.
So Elliot,
Yeah.
not
And
taking
you
that
see the bear coming up?
illusion advantage.
And now Tim's going to be the one that needs to respond here. I think he's going to get a bear of his own. Good play. And he immediately has the advantage, right? He's playing Jessa.
Mhm.
A lot of times Jessa will set up first before playing things, but instead he goes straight for the throat with a Hammer Knight.
Ooh,
Summon
Dread
Wraith
coming in.
Come on now.
Well, shoot, I forgot Elliot was running Dread Wraith.
I love seeing that. This is going to be a different
Yeah,
kind
so
of
this
game.
is a different kind of deck. We haven't seen this one so far in this series.
But does he have enough
One of my
dice?
favorite parts
Oh,
about
I'm gonna move this out of the way,
Ashes
guys.
that their ability really, and their signature card.
Dread Wraith,
only
Golem.
partly
Yeah, he's got
deflects.
enough dice.
Yep, it gives you a general.
And I think Frostbite's his last card.
When you look at.
So he's enough to play everything.
Absolutely anything. Same with Jessa, right? It's always useful.
Looks like the Bears are punching each other.
Both countering, both freezing, looks like. So taking some damage.
Damn.
Freezes.
And now we're making a choice. So Tim having to declare his freeze.
Yeah, actually, Elliot wouldn't get to freeze in this situation.
Oh, wow. So the way that this resolves, if it is not an inexhaustible ability.
So you can freeze, so they can't freeze you back.
Yep, as soon as that.
Damn,
is
that's
exhausted,
brutal.
they cannot freeze you back.
I don't know, that's brutal.
Size,
So
nice.
that's actually a potentially big thing to learn right here in the top 4.
That's brutal.
At this point in the game, the moment of this game being
I don't-
relatively a
man,
game,
I think it might have
that's
been better to
exactly
just
what you
take the
learn.
bear
You
damage.
don't even block,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because now you're
I
locked
agree
in,
with them.
giving more tempo to Tim here.
And now Elliot dropping a summon ice golem and dropping.
No,
the
you still got fear, Elliot. He still got fear.
Ice left to go
Oh,
with it.
man.
You gotta play the Dread Wraith
Now that
first.
is a
Yeah.
hefty amount. It gets feared.
Aw.
It
Man.
gets straight up feared, and that is the problem ultimately. A single action.
He should have played the Wraith first, because then the Wraith would have gotten feared.
maddening.
And then he
That
could have
is really
dropped
running
the
us a fear and
the
that-
golem and had the golem, because the golem's a bigger
exactly.
threat.
Sometimes we gotta say easy control, just taking care of these units. Why
Did he
are
only-
we so hard on
did he
the
only
Iron
pay
Rhinos
2?
on boxes?
Exactly
That
right,
is
right there.
exactly
We
why.
got a Dread Wraith coming out though.
Did he only pay 2 daggers?
Fascinating.
Hold on.
1/6, you get to add war and that ability. That
Hold on.
And that's the kind of thing where you learn, like, maybe you don't even block.
Yeah, it's a
Now
golem.
you're locked down.
Love this. Looks like he's also summoning an ice buff to go.
Oh
with
no,
it.
he paid
Man.
3. He did.
Now that thing is a hefty amount, and it gets.
See, he knows the fear is there. He needed to drop that Wraith first.
Single action.
If the Wraith gets feared, it's okay, because then you got the...
Rolling the answers here.
Oh, it's
Yeah, he paid
just
3.
maddening. That
So you
is
could have
really
punched
impressive
him.
fear in that ability. That
You could have punched him with the golem.
You gotta say easy control, just taking care of these units. Why are we so hard on the Iron Rhino in those unboxings?
Exactly
That
right,
is
right there.
exactly
We got a Dread Wraith coming out though. He gets real fascinating.
Yeah, 1/6. You get to add 1 for every damage he has. So
Man, I'm really bad. There you go.
that's a 6 attack unit, and that can be kind of scary, especially with an ice.
I think I would have preferred to keep a
7 attack unit.
Well, I
golem
think part of
over a Wraith.
the way you deal with a guy
Golem's
like that ultimately is instead of trying to remove
More of a
him,
threat at that 3 damage.
lock him down.
Recur's the violinist there with ceremonial haunt.
It's a good little play. He's getting some board advantage here. Frost.
Cause see, if he had... So like, you think about it, if Elliot had an unfrozen bear, and a golem, and a violinist, and could punch through for 7 damage back.
He's gonna have some serious control.
He's got 7 damage now. If he takes the hit from the bear, he would have been down
All right, getting a couple
to 7 life.
Prospect bears.
I guess couldn't have afforded that.
So I really
Damn,
I
he's
love
already
the
at 10
way
life. That was
he
rough.
blocks this bear there.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
I think that's going to be a serious loss of tempo. That like, because if that bear was unfocused,
Why does he
right
have
now,
7 damage? Oh, because he took back Eevee.
you're in a decent position.
Yeah. Do you take the
The
damage?
10 life.
to rin
I don't
against
know.
Jessa? You know, do you take?
I think you do.
Can you take early damage? I don't know.
Well, if you look at Tim's setup, he hasn't even played a Chanter Revenge yet.
No, he hasn't. You're right.
He doesn't even open with it.
But he will. That's the whole thing. You know, it's like you get down. You're already down to 10 health against Jessa.
I'm
Now-
Making the
I
same
think he
comments.
does though. I mean, like this
Tim
seems like a
can
weird
wall
Jessa
up.
deck.
He can wall up and just
Yeah.
literally lose units and do it over time. And
As we were talking about in the last game, Jessa got down early, and that's kind of hard for her because she needs to at least roughly be even to kind of do her thing.
yeah.
When you're out by 6, it is really strong.
Well, and her cards say as much. That's why you have cards like Fear, you know, that can delay your opponent.
Oh gosh, I saw Tim drew a second Hammer Knight.
Give you that long
Man,
range.
I gotta admit, like,
Elliot's gonna
if
be
you run
able to
Hammer
save
Knights,
10 health.
the difference between... And then Austin actually said this in his article, and it's so true. The difference between having Hammer Knight, drawing it to Hammer Knight round 2, and not drawing him to Hammer Knight round 2 is night and day. Like, the tempo you gain from dropping a second Hammer Knight is
There you go.
very scary for your opponent. Did he frostbite on the bear? He's got a violinist though. A waste of frost.
Interesting. Now, did Jessa?
I met anyway.
Screams of the Departed. Looks like he didn't trigger.
Hit triggered.
Oh, on her ability?
Yeah, maybe looking at it here.
I was like, what is Screams of the Departed? And then I looked at all the cards, and it's like, oh, Jessa's ability.
Test the knowledge. There's a lot of triggers that happen in Ash. It's very easy to forget a lot of things that come down the pipe that you really should be paying attention to.
Especially after a long tournament, kind of get down to it.
Yeah.
It gets intense. I mean, making a cut and doing well is hard.
This is gonna be
Like,
brutal.
an old school attack coming in.
Like a boss.
I mean, I guess the Wraith can block. I would have the Hammer Knight swing at Violinist and Aftershock the bear. That way you get double.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jessa's only your opponent's control. So her own units dying do not.
Oh man, Dread
trigger.
Wraith off the board. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
See, you could have swung at
Let's
Violinist,
think about what was that? 4-3?
and then you get to kill 2 things and screams twice,
The one extra.
rather than swinging at
Frog.
Wraith and spending extra dice to kill Wraith.
But Tim's still here, pretty open.
It looks like we got a bear coming in.
Da Bears.
I gotta say though, guys, I bet if you watch Elliot and Tim play now, the difference is actually night and day between
Yeah, dude. This
playing here at Team Covenant
this
and
is
how they play now.
back there.
And that's true of most of us, I guess. We've had more time, get
First
better at the
thing,
game.
Ashes weekend, the day before the tournament. And the day before the tournament. And the Frostbite Bear was everywhere. And Tim was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "What is this?" And he was like, "It's a Dread Wraith." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he He's just a strong unit for the cost and resources you ultimately have to bury into him.
He kind of filled a nice mid-range slot too. Like not too big that you're worried about fear or anything, but also not too small that you can ignore him.
Actually, Elliot and Tim played against each other at the,
just some generally good.
they played each other on the Tabletop Simulator tournament in the finals. So you could actually see them play against each other and how different their styles are now. Very interesting. You can see how much their play has grown if you watch those videos. They're on my YouTube channel.
So good about his position here. He's really got a big advantage coming into this round, and you know we already see Rin taking a single damage, slowly getting wound down. Hammer Knight off the board there.
And you have to be careful if you're Elliot. Hammer Knight in the discard pile, Jessa with this much extra health. You focus down too quickly, that Hammer Knight can come right
Coming
back
right
at
back
you.
in, yeah.
Alright, doing 2 damage here.
So this rule has changed recently,
And that
or
makes the Frostbite Bear
there was a misruling at Tulsa.
It has to
not
do damage to do
yet.
it, yep.
It was incorrect to rule it as
that card may single-handedly beat
Spite doesn't
one of
trigger.
the,
New rule is Spite always trigger basically. If your Phoenix Board takes the
There's
damage.
Hammer Knight.
Here he
You
comes.
just can't get enough.
Gets hit.
He's a beast, man.
See the difference between having a Hammer Knight round 2 and not? Big deal.
Here's
I
the
could
buff
ice
lockdown.
trap him here, it looked like, if he's got the dice. If that's what I think it is.
Isn't Ice Trap two
be a fade.
health or cost?
Ah, yeah.
Well,
It
it's
is.
a restriction of 2.
Yeah.
Hammer Knight is safe.
He is safe. Probably actually why he gets the position that he does, aside from being an ally. Molten Gold.
Oh man,
A Hammer Knight? Ooh.
deuces.
Yeah, dude.
Oof.
That's really strong.
on
That's
Hammer
really
Knight.
strong.
Oof. I guess like I established that board control.
Tim here gonna meditate.
Drop a. Oh my God! He drew. Oh my gosh! He had to.
He had another
Oh.
Hammer Knight.
Oh,
that is
damn.
disgusting.
You're kidding. Hit
Man,
power, get
that
some dice
is-
back.
He had 2 Hammer Knight. He had all 3 by round 2.
Throw it back.
That's brutal. I don't. That's
Double
hard to
Hammer
come
Knight
back
there is
from.
Wrong.
Damn, that's hard to
Might
come
be
back
able to
from.
pay For damage, so he can effectively either hit for 4 and get rid of a bear, or kill a violin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
And he's already way out in front. That's rough.
Elliot still has. It's not in a bad position because he still has. He can still establish board control
Him passing.
Yeah.
by playing out.
And basically, just like sending over to Elliot,
Yeah.
he knows Elliot's not going to pass, so he'd like to see his move before he invests.
Now, if Tim has another fear, then
And we
Sorry,
got a little
Elliot.
Ice Golem, Ice Buff play here. Classic.
As
It's
it
gonna
was
give
meant
that
to
Ice
be.
Golem a lot of life.
Yeah,
I'm waiting to see this. Tim's gonna be like fear.
I'm curious on that pass.
Oh,
That's
Deep
why,
Freeze.
Right there. That is
Man.
why, because the last card is Deep Freeze. That Ice Golem is stuck for a long time until we start removing status tokens, playing, etc.
Ugh.
Got some serious glare on that Ice Golem.
Well, there's one.
It's
Oh, he's got plenty of main
Frostbite,
actions.
And then we're also gonna
Plenty of
fire
main
the
actions.
Golem, remove
Yeah.
the status token there. Both these guys also using our arcane tokens. So if you like what you see there, check them out on our store.
Now, I think
Problem is,
the-
Tim's got no more mana for screams, and he really wants to be able to
so you have to
scream.
do the side action to thaw.
Yes.
So this is not undoable. Hammer Knight coming
Ooh,
in.
nice. Forcing the EV to.
Man.
Because Tim actually has enough side actions available that he can thaw that golem out and hit him in the face.
You potentially swing it.
Yeah, I would swing at the exhausted bear. Swing at the exhausted bear. Well,
Are you going after that Frostbite Bear?
see, the
Because
problem
bear's
here
up.
is that you have no mana for screams. So, like,
Yeah, the tough choice, man.
you really want to be able to
Is it though? I don't know.
capitalize on that and deal more damage to him directly.
And Tim's gonna get to go first next turn as well.
Clearing 2 bears out is nice, though.
Just kill her.
Bringing it down.
He has only a golem and a violinist out.
Some big units in
Uh,
action.
Bad.
I believe it has something to do with your opponent just needing a single answer to
Uh,
deal with.
This
all those
Bubba
issues.
says this version of TTS looks really
Alright, so Elliot
awesome.
Not willing to take that one on the teeth. He's gonna lose.
Yeah,
both
they,
of those here.
They really like
He's looking
updated it,
strong for
made it
Tim.
look oak.
Jokes. So he could use the.
Interesting
Ignite
use
for
of
a
choke.
damage. He's not going to get the 1 damage ping.
That's
No,
right.
Elliot, you
Really
just wasted
important.
your.
Or
Well, I
Elliot
guess you have
going
violinist attack, so you're
Yeah,
good.
fine.
No frostbite damage.
violinist attacks, and then we thaw with the side action.
Yeah, I mean, this version of Tabletop Simulator is awesome. They upgraded the graphics, visuals, got a nice improvement.
Here comes the golem.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Hammer
attacking the
Knight.
Hammer Knight. That is good.
Yeah, taking it to Jessa, so it takes 1 on the spell and a couple on Jessa there.
Yep, but she's
She's
right.
taking some damage.
All right, so this is a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. Honestly, I thought Tim had a pretty major advantage, and I think Elliot clawed his way back in.
Yeah,
this
he
one.
has clawed his way into this game, and now he's got.
This is the VR. Yeah, when you see that VR version
that said, that
on Tabletop Simulator in Steam, and it says regular version of VR, this is the VR.
Tim,
That's what you guys are missing out
faster. Tim will get it.
by getting that VR version of Tabletop.
Being able to go first.
double frostbite also. Let's not forget.
It's a realistic simulation.
Focused spell.
Very realistic.
Twice now, Elliot can use that, and it's cheaper.
And
It
it's
doesn't
just a
require the
basic.
leaf anymore, so he's got a lot of damage-dealing opportunities. Especially when combined with that violinist, he can pretty much start removing things off the board as he sees fit.
And that golem is ready to rock.
He's
man.
ready. I mean, he's ready. Tim has to. That's the problem with soft control. He has to continue to have answers. More deep freezes, more fears.
What did Tim
I
draw?
almost just
Tough
swing
to
with the
see.
golem here. Either take it in the teeth.
He's
or
got the Fury.
Well,
get rid of that.
it is.
It's got Final Cries, it looks like.
First,
Oh
right?
yeah, Tim gets to go first.
He does have.
Got Final Cries and
For
Golds.
some reason, I thought Elliot had it. It's like you go.
Well,
Oh, is
I
it
love
Two
big.
Fears? Is that what it was? Not Final Cry? Damn, Two Fears is brutal.
What your hope and Man of Fear would just be painful here.
It's all.
I just said that, Team Covenant.
These are fun things. You can summon them right back.
The bars, they have one is Battlefield,
I mean,
and then the last bar on the bottom is Spellboard. It's like how many Spellboard slots are filled, and then how many Battlefield slots are filled.
We'll see if he's got it.
I think he's got all.
And then I don't know why they have colors of. I was think blue is supposed to mean they're ready to go, and red means they're like
No.
something's wrong with them.
No. 'Cause then you got the counter, and then you seed it over to Elliot. I don't like it. Let's see
Red
what
right.
the good players would do.
Yep. I don't know. I'm not
Oh.
one of them.
There's a meditation.
Fire Archer? Thank you for.
And there's the fire
yeah.
archer, and there's the 1 damage we were talking about, right?
You're gonna get ice trapped?
You gonna cancel it? All right, he's ice trapping the fire archer.
Yep.
Final Cry is gonna trigger.
Yeah, and then Jess is gonna trigger on the dead bear.
Oh no, he fired.
Man,
Ah,
what a
After,
shake-up.
yeah.
after the ice
So,
trap result.
end result is
damage to
Bear
Phoenix,
dies. That's much better. Bear dies and then 3 damage. Oof.
Whew.
3 total damage, and you
All right,
see
Elliot
the
down to
Jessa,
6.
the Jessa burn train just.
Conjurations red and allies blue. Maybe.
That is a
That would make
Uh,
sense.
3 damage taken on Elliot's side of the board, and
And Elliot's not down to the dangerous 6 zone.
oh, it's a very dangerous zone.
See those 2 frogs ready to go for Molten
That,
Gold.
that was definitely a Final Cry. I think he's got another Final Cry and another Molten Gold in hand, which is really bad for Elliot. With Screams of the Departed in the mix as well, like he's boned.
Sniper and the
yeah.
Hammer Knight there. There's 2 damage.
That's exactly what you want. That's Storm
Okay.
Sniper.
We're gonna
The
med
med?
out.
It's Song of Sorrow.
Just frostbite it.
Frostbite.
Yeah, it does look like it's allies blue and the Conjurations red. Are you going to Song Sorrow?
Go to Wolf, and then we're gonna Song
Spend
of
it,
Sorrow
yep.
there for the Hammer Knight out.
All
So
right, that's
Elliot-
pretty good.
Reclaiming
Final Cry.
absolute dominance of this board.
Oop.
Another Final Cry doing 2 damage to Elliot. Oh, and Jessa,
He's
you
just
just
burning, man.
you so crazy.
Let's see.
Oh, that's bad. He's got Molten Gold in hand.
Jessa's ability is gonna
That's
trigger.
rough.
Keep that in mind.
So he did draw 2 Final Cries and a Molten Gold and 2 Fire Archers. That was like an amazing draw for Tim. That was an amazing draw. 2 Final Cries, Molten Gold, and 2 Fire Archers. Well, he might have had more left in his hand last round, but damn,
Does Elliot have an answer?
that's
We shall
that's
see.
it.
Brutal.
Boy, yeah. All
He straight up just did 9 damage this round, direct. It's just like 9 damage, 9
Felt
damage.
like Elliot was kind of mounting.
Or 3 damage, 3 damage, 3
Yeah,
damage.
and he ultimately is.
It just
Tim
needs more.
saw just a slew of direct damage cards all at once, just in the perfect moment of this game. Sees the Fire Archers, sees both of their Final Cries. Has just these perfect setups where Screams of the
I don't know. I'm trying trying to see what Elliot could have done differently. Honestly, the biggest problem was that Tim drew 2 Hammer Knights. Like, Tim had great draws.
Strong, and now it's like it doesn't. You just hit all of your direct damage, and there it goes.
All right, he's gonna get back a wolf and
Not a lot he could have done there.
So Tim here can meditate into Molten Gold, and I think that's it, unless you have a
Oop.
cancel.
Multiple.
Yeah, there
He's got
is.
it. Congrats, Tim. Going to the finals.
Goodness gracious, a different kind of Jessup.
It's good
Tim
draws.
moving on. Great games between these guys. Thank
I
you
don't know
for
what
watching.
Elliot could have done. His deck was
Check
too
out more
slow.
matches on the channel on our website, teamcovenant.com, and we'll catch you there, guys.
Well, that was that. Let's go back. Let's watch this one.
Oh, baby. Here we are at the finals of the Ashes Rise of the Phoenix War from Ashes Weekend. My name is Steven.
And I'm Zach.
Hello, Zach.
Hello.
And I'm Eric. Hey,
Eric
Steven.
on
Hey,
the
Zach.
left, Tim on the right. Rin versus Jessa, the final we could only have asked for.
Tail.
Yeah, I gotta learn my lesson. That life counter needs to be on the bottom.
This is a very
Eric's gonna lose.
At least that's what we saw in the top 4. Of course, Rin on the left here is brand new to this weekend.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I don't win this
Eric
one.
making it work.
Just kidding.
He does indeed, and this is a great opening.
This is. I responded the same exact way Elliot does, which is
do something.
Let's run
Violinist.
down these top 5 cards.
Ice Trap.
Let's see how they play out. Hammer
Guess I'm
Knight.
taking
Goes
5
into
damage.
Violinist.
Into an
Caught
ice
by
trap.
an ice trap, a classic Tim opening. Catches the violinist with the ice trap.
Do my meditation. This is something that Elliot wasn't doing,
Full build of tempo for
which was
Jessup.
getting wolves.
Maybe even getting a Hammer Knight swing right now if we want it, and I think Tim usually takes this swing.
And then I think I dropped
Meditation here.
Yep, swinging for 4.
bear
And
next.
boom.
Because I'm like, alright, I take the damage.
She can get ahead like she is now. She's up 18 to 12. That makes it really, really hard for you to claw back that tempo advantage, and that's just a great combo. Hammer Knight into Ice Trap.
Significant.
So
I
here
think
I start
this-
taking away his
this
dice.
is an open that will be copied.
I should have hit the leaves, but I started hitting ceremonial. So I've learned my lesson from this. If I had hit a nature die, he would not have gotten a bear out. Had I hit a nature die there, Tim doesn't get a bear out.
Right.
Between Hidden Power and Ren's Fury, he just gets a lot done.
There's the Frostback Bear.
Boom.
And now
We've seen it.
already 5 damage on Ren just from Jessica.
So he gets the bear because I screwed up and didn't hit the nature dice.
Frostback Bear comes in,
like a
another
scrub.
threat that must be dealt with. Can Eric turn this tide?
And
So I think I just put out a bear now.
One thing is
Oh no, I put out the hammer?
advantage, which is what Eric now has. Tim has essentially used all his resources.
I think I put out the hammer because I want to bait. I know he's got fear at this point, and so I want to bait the fear because I can fury and play hammer again. But Tim is super patient here. He's like, no, that's alright. You can put a hammer net,
Answer to the
which is
Frostback
the
Bear.
correct thing to do. He's saving that fear for the
Just don't
for the
want you to get
bear.
frozen. There's the Dread Wraith. Going to be able to summon that throughout the game.
Then my last card is Fury.
The board
I have
for Tim.
crap ton of dice, so I'm probably bringing back Eevee.
The other has a very distinct purpose. And it's a great building. You know, you can sit there, block with it.
Fury.
And there's Ren's Fury. So going to get more dice back for Eric.
And then here I might as well target because I don't need these extra dice anymore. Because Tim's out of dice. They're like all the nature.
Frostback Bear. He says, I'm coming for
Roll
you.
of 4 dice, actually.
And
Four,
one more.
4 of the, well, you choose 4 nature dice.
Yep. Which
Chose-
is all
choose.
4. So we could even just see some froggy nukes here.
Ooh, my roll was fantastic.
Who wants to use it?
You know. Come on, Eric. You know you want to ping that bear twice.
Thinking.
You know it. If I don't do this, I'm stupid.
Not gonna,
What
no
the hell?
blast this time.
And I think that's pretty
I'm
good.
done, man. I should have just pinged that thing twice because then I can swing with Hammer Knight at Hammer Knight.
Yeah.
If Tim takes it, Aftershock is bear. His bear's gone. That was bad play, Eric. That was bad play.
Using the Enchanted Violinist.
Stupid Eric, man.
Get it back
Dumbass.
into the play, and he is, with all these resources, man, he just builds that board.
Build the board, but again, we've seen this. We've seen this before, Zach.
I use those frogs. Boom, boom.
Really
Swing at the Hammer Knight with my Hammer Knight. Aftershock the bear. Instead of doing this
Just having enough
dumb
direct
stuff.
damage to start to end it over the course of the next couple rounds, and looks like.
And I
it
don't
is-
get my Aftershock off? Ooh! And I forget the Aftershock? Scrub mistakes, man.
I think jumped in front of that bear.
Yep, absolutely did.
Scrub mistakes.
And Eric just having his pick of the litter here.
He's got resources.
A lot of mistakes, man.
5 dice.
Aftershock missed. Could have killed that bear like dead.
Looking through his discard pile.
Gonna do damage to the bear here. Attack Ren with the bear.
It's actually
Wait.
Blocks with the violinist.
Oh,
He does
there we go.
He can actually get the violinist back if he wants.
Let's see if we trigger Jessa here.
No, he can't trigger Jessica no dice. But look at that scrub. Look at that scrub, Eric, man. How did he do this?
All right, passes it over. Doesn't have the dice, obviously, for Jessa.
I could have ice buffed that.
I don't even know where these
EV.
dice are. They're so used, they're off the board.
They're gone.
I think I meditate
For you, Tim.
and summon a bear. That's the only thing that makes sense here.
So now Eric really just he can just plan this out, and he has to hope that, first of all, he can summon the bear, and probably should.
So I summon a bear
Spell back there,
and meditate.
He can get
is
the
what I
bear
have to do.
you.
Oh, way to not give me a side action, bro.
Fear makes it happen. The
That is
final
a big
card.
deal.
Oh my gosh, I misplayed this hard.
Final frog.
Yeah, without fear there, that gets really sketchy for
Oh,
Tim.
it gets real.
Because I didn't get a side. I don't know why I didn't side. I didn't even ice buff. What a wow.
You have to imagine Tim's happy
Wow.
how this went early game. Double Hammer Knights on the
So
board.
many mistakes that round.
An extra spell
So
for
many
Tim.
mistakes. Like
More damage has been
I could have
done.
meted that
This
when I
was
summoned the bear.
a great opening turn for
Brought
him.
back EV, played her.
Just a great opening turn.
And I'm curious to see, the last game we watched. His
Damn, a lot of
opening
mistakes made.
Probably 5% better.
Yeah.
Just a little more damage, a little more tempo gain. And I'm curious to see if his deck is really dependent on that first strike going as well as it did in the first game or
Well-
not. Or if this is enough of an advantage for Jessa to get it done.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I think anytime you
So
can
many
have
mistakes.
5 damage trade with Hammer Knight and
I don't know how I won this game.
I mean, that's the 5 that you need to really put the rest of this engine to work. Those final
Illuminati
fives,
confirmed.
the golds, and he can just start laying that damage.
A bear got feared. We didn't really show it, but I was like, I put out a bear, and then Tim's like, I'm gonna fear it.
He gets all of his
So I guess I forgot to do my side action because of that. I don't know.
couple meditations.
So Ren's Fury go.
Woohoo,
Gonna take
baby!
care of that Hammer Knight. Bada boom.
That's how you kill a Hammer Knight.
What he's gonna deal with.
That's how you kill a Hammer Knight, boys.
Either way, he's got to get a unit on the board or get that Hammer Knight gone.
He's got the.
This
bear.
was
Goes
the
to
8th game, plus there was a break, so this was like
I like that play. He's got
forever
plenty of
into
nature
play.
left. Hammer Knight wants to attack.
We had done 5 rounds of Swiss, taken a dinner break for like an hour, and then done another.
that bear counters.
This is the 3rd round coming in there.
It's a story of bears and
So it's
Hammer
probably
Knights.
about 7 or 8 hours in at this point.
This Tim's using our arcane tokens. Also, if you guys watching,
Yeah, also was nervous as hell because I'd never been in a like finals like this in a card game because I never really played a card game so competitively like this before.
And a lot of stuff there. We've got a lot of great.
I played card games, but never at this
Love to have some more discussion
kind of
about
level,
itself.
so I was super nervous.
And there's the Chanter Revenge.
Oh man, he does have it in the deck.
does have
a little
it.
surprised here.
We see the.
All I know is when I went into this match, I was like, I can't let Jessa win the first tournament after the expansion because Jessa was the only one winning tournaments before expansion. And if she wins this one too, the Jessa OP cries.
It's a
will
resource
abound.
game here. A lot of people play these kinds of games so well because they understand value. And Eric is getting a lot of
So
value.
Tim gets the double chance this
That
round.
can
That
make
changes
this,
the math.
that can make this advantage that Tim has, this couple of health, really critical.
I know what I got so far this
Just
round.
A couple of more damage.
Molten gold and bear so far.
Man,
Significant.
I honestly did not think after the last game we saw of Tim's that Chanter Revenge was even in the deck.
Yeah.
And there's 2 right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the flesh.
I don't know what I spent the rest of my dice on so far.
To Tim at this point.
He's up. That's for sure.
Meditation and a big.
Ooh, baby!
Boy.
See, those are the draws you want.
Double
Those are
Hammer
the
Knight.
draws you want.
Hammer, hammer, hammer.
Provide more answers now, Tim. That's what Eric is asking.
Yeah. Do you have answers? More answers? Boy, Hammer Knight is like the currency of Ashes.
A lot of things I'm not doing here. Taking away his last. I might have a hidden power, so I didn't want to use my last illusion.
Have and win.
All of them.
I can get you a violinist.
Get your violinist by Tuesday.
Deep
One
freeze.
of the Hammer Knights, so there's one answer.
I think I'm
Do you
okay
have
with
any
that.
advance? Do you
I have plenty of actions.
Deep freeze. That's cool art.
So thaw. And
One of the freezes.
Yeah, just thawing it out, not even messing around.
do I do a hammer knight or do I do a bear?
Thaw this thing.
Oh, I do the hidden power.
Nice.
Gonna give Eric more time to de-thaw that hammer.
Haven't
knight.
we? Didn't we talk extensively about hidden power? This card is just massive.
Problem is I don't really have enough side actions for this crap.
Concert with
Like I want to ice buff, I want to exhaust, and I want to thaw.
It is
I want to
strong.
do like 15 different
Right
side
now
actions.
because it was like there's only 2 or 3 turns. What is getting spending
Yeah.
a card to have a couple dice back? But I think the way Eric is using it to his advantage here is exactly how you need to use it.
Bear on bear.
Bear.
Yeah, and he can freeze it, right? So there's no reason not to block and counter. But if you get frozen first, you can't. I guess.
Takes 3. That's what I want.
Well, he could just
'Cause I
take
don't
Jessa
want him
like
to
he
chant
did,
me.
And
Taking
then
the teeth,
Jessa
we're all
takes
even now.
3.
We're all
Thaw.
even now. And we have another hammer knight coming unglued in just a moment.
Ooh, baby. This
That
is
double
it.
hammer
This
knight,
is
baby.
out.
That
He
double
has one
hammer
card
knight.
in his hand. He needs to get things under control real quick.
Well, and I think ultimately Tim wants to block.
So having
Eric
five
to freeze it.
ceremonial dice and having 2 Chain of Revenge plus I don't know what the heck he played otherwise, but it was too rough for him on dice. Maybe I exhausted some ceremonial.
Choices.
Ooh, baby!
3-2 onto the
Ooh,
battlefield.
baby!
This is tough.
Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Man, that was a good draw.
The ice ball.
I drew a. I gotta admit, I drew a really nice hand there.
The bomber.
I drew Hammer Knight, Molten Gold,
3 health is a
Hidden
big
Power,
deal, hard to deal with.
Crimson Bomber. And I don't know what the
On a
5th
board,
card
look at
was,
this, just
but
high-quality units here on Eric's side.
Yeah, and on this next turn.
just those 4 cards were freaking phenomenal draw.
Threatening everything.
Meditating here. Let's see what he does.
Double frogs.
Is he gonna do a damage to a hammer knight so that he can block a hammer knight and kill it?
Passes. Just straight up passes the main action.
Let's say I'm gonna take that ceremonial
Alright, then we
away.
got Subtracting a
And Bomber is probably the best one to attack a bear.
Here comes the bomber.
bomber at the bear. 3-3 on a 3-2.
Man.
Or
this
Thing is, he can kill my hammer now. He can just be like,
Eric's
chant, chant,
favorite. He's got board control.
frog ping. Which is okay, because then he's not doing the chant damage to me. I have to think about it.
Well, you can do some. He has the 2 chants, right? And 2 frogs, so he can do some very.
I don't know why I didn't thaw there and
subtle
swing.
things here.
Yes.
Oh. See, if I had a frog die there instead of an illusion die, it's nice because I can kill the bear guaranteed.
All right, just getting a reset on the health.
Yeah,
there.
making sure all the health is correct. That's the way to do it. Some good judging.
We're 11-11 now.
Happens.
Both equal life.
Oh, and Eric.
Tim hasn't done any damage to me since the first
Getting
round.
your head on this one.
I say let's do both.
Swing with both. Swing
Which
with
is-
one.
Makes sense.
Both
Do both.
Right at Jessa.
But he could have just said, alright, I'll take it and then I'll swing
Bear and
back.
hammer knight for a free.
Probably not the best option for him.
Yeah, that's a.
No, definitely not the best option for him. Take 7.
Free game.
Yeah.
Yes.
7 to Jessica.
So he has to block.
I mean, what do you?
Because if he doesn't block, he
Although
loses.
If your bear goes away, Chain of Revenge can be triggered to hit the other hammer knight, eh?
Yes, it can, but will it be enough? Certainly, a frog can finish it out, but man, just.
I think he ends up blocking, and then I don't know if he freezes, chant, and then frog ping the other hammer knight. That's probably his best option. Is block,
Does he even want the deep freeze?
block. No, you don't die, hammer knight.
Crimson Bomber.
So you can tell I was super nervous there.
Two from the bear.
So he takes 3 from the bomber, takes 2 from the bear. Does he freeze? No, he's gonna chant me twice
To the other hammer knight there.
to the hammer knight,
So the frog.
and then
I think that's right. 'cause
doesn't pay for the freeze. Oh, because he wants the screams.
Freeze.
He's gonna ping and
Yeah,
screams.
you can't do it, so there you go. Smoking that hammer knight. Board's all exhausted.
This is still.
Oh, he's not gonna
Tim's down to
screams.
8.
So then why not freeze my bear?
Huge on the board.
Oh, because he's gonna shrug ping. That makes more sense.
Good damage here.
Oh, he did screams me.
The rim.
Ooh, I don't agree with that choice on Tim's part to use screams, but he was probably nervous because he could have just pinged my hammer knight and it would be dead. But then my hammer knight heals now.
So very easily, if Eric deals with one of Tim's units, he can at least get
So at this point,
Yeah, and Tim's gonna have the
I have
insight here,
lethal
so
on the board if I
you
swing.
want some good
So
dice,
Tim,
and you wanna draw
I know what
units
happens now because I
to
remember.
guard
Tim
this
drops a
unit.
Wraith right away.
You know, you have final cries that could have an impact. It's just at this point, he's a bit on the defensive. He has to survive long enough for those cards to be meaningful.
Well, I think that's the difference. He's not working on how where he was ahead.
Problem.
Yeah.
Let's also have some molten
Alright guys, I'm
gold,
gonna pause this
yep.
for a second. Sorry, I gotta put groceries away. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Where were we? You're right. Daff, it was two-side action, so he couldn't kill both Hammer Knights. That makes a lot of sense.
Perfect combination of a set group of very specific
So,
cards.
I think
Could
Tim
turn
drops.
this in Tim's favor and even give him the game here.
It's getting down to it, and you kind of see this same tempo happen in each game, where there's a couple points of damage, couple points of damage, couple
A
points
final
of damage,
cry.
and someone just goes
And then
for it.
boom, here we are. Boogity.
They're like, to your hand, that's it.
Showing the camera something, but we can't see it.
Yeah,
Couldn't
we
see
can't
it, though.
anything. I like the idea though.
I think there was the live stream camera that he was
Oh right, right.
flashing the cards.
Man, and Tim
Tight
on the
spot.
edge of his seat
Tight
as
spot.
he should be.
I'm telling you, man, when you try to navigate out of control
Yeah, he's
decks
got cop.
in the game,
By Molt.
I mean,
it's always fun.
Could've-
and I feel like that's one of
What
the
do you do
things
here?
of Ashes
Pause.
is Really,
You could have a couple things you can. My units damage direct. He could pop and protect. And protect would. And protect. Takes 6 damage. Life. Not the greatest. I think his probably the best. Drops a
it
rate.
truly embraces the reality that card games really there's control decks and control decks. I mean, you're the controlling with aggression, you're controlling with hard control cards, soft control cards, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, like, you know, hard control being like do a damage and remove this thing versus like deep freezing it, which I would consider like a soft control element. But I mean, everybody in Ashes is doing this. Every Phoenixborn has this. Everyone's running the Violinists and the tools that are going to allow you to remove threats. So
Definitely
really,
drops the
the
rate.
whole game is about this. Can you pose better threats and remove your opponents? That looks like a Dread Wraith coming in here. Yeah, baby.
All right, I like it.
1/6.
Now, Eric can effectively still get 5 damage through right here.
What I do.
Yep,
And
and he's
that's
doing
what
it.
he's doing. Pushing them all forward.
I think that is just
Actually, I get 6
absolutely
damage
the
through.
right call.
Tim scoots up in his chair. It's just like,
Assuming,
this
I
is a
mean,
moment.
if you can get this 5 through, you're literally a molten gold away from winning.
You have to imagine that's the case, right?
But on the flip side, if you do too much damage to this Wraith, the Wraith swings back. It could get sticky.
Blocks the hammer.
Tim could have tricks.
Yeah, I think we're looking for...
I think this Wraith's going to take 4 or 5.
That's going to do 6 to Joseph if the bear came through, right? Because he's going to do an extra damage when he hits a Phoenixborn.
Yeah. Down to 2.
That could be a real problem.
That's 1 molten gold away from glory.
We've
Oh,
seen
he's got ice trap. He's got.
and got
He
ice
had some
buff,
interesting things.
The injured Hammer Knight.
Why
I don't
not?
want any to die.
Why
Grab
not?
a Snickers.
Wow.
All right.
So Tim on the serious ropes.
But that Wraith's swinging for 5 now.
But is Molten Gold there?
That's a good
Last
Can
question.
he
two-
do anything about it?
Does he have 2 Channel Protects? Oh, he does have
Well,
2
I
Channel
guess the
Protect.
Cancel needs a charm. I don't even know if Tim
Can't play on both though. He loses all his cards.
molten gold in hand.
Says I'm gonna go for blood
Five.
points.
Now he
Oh,
could
man.
have had the Chance of Protection, the spell.
Yep.
And there's the Stormwind Sniper. Gonna do 2 directly to Jessa. Is there an answer?
Oak actually stops this win.
That's
and
the game.
that's it. Comes
Huge
into
congrats
play.
to Eric on
Can't
a
do anything about it. There's the finals,
major
guys.
win.
This will tell you what the game looks like right now. This is Ashes weekend. Eric is our champion. Congrats to Eric there. Well played. And Tim with a really, really cool Jessa deck here. So check these decks out. Just thank you so much for watching. We have Covenant subscriptions for Ashes. Hugely important, hugely awesome service. We're giving away limited edition.
Yeah, I don't think he
status
could have come back
tokens,
from there.
that are named Chant tokens. A very different kind of design on those with our Arcane token set.
So,
sign up and grab
See the difference
those,
between.
And
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't checked out the Arcane tokens yet, do so. You will love them. They are beautiful. And we will catch you on our next piece.
Hammer Knight round 2, man. I had a Hammer Knight round 2,
It's been a pleasure.
and he didn't. Actually, I don't think Tim had any unit. I had bad.
To hope that,
Situation 4.
first of all, he's health is about the threshold.
I molten gold this guy.
Either way, he's got to get.
If, that
Like,
bear
I get a bear
counts.
out.
That's our. We'd love to have some more discussion.
Yeah, he drew like no
Check those
units.
out at our website, teamcovenant.com.
See a slew of them at the bottom right.
I just- I don't think he got anything but a
We've got
bear.
A lot of great
Got the bear.
fan fictions going on over there. Good blog.
I hit him power.
I'd love to have some more discussion.
And
Drops
I'm so
chant.
impressed with Eric. He's
Gotcha.
using Brand's Fury and Hidden Power to just gain such dice advantage, and then he's using the Wolf there to just take away dice.
Just the math on
That
sex.
could
Drops
make
2
this-
chance. So yeah, he didn't drop anything but a bear that second round. That's the round he lost the game.
More answers? Boy, Hammer
I
Knight
dropped
like the
another Hammer
Kingsley
Knight and another
of Ashes
Bats.
at this point.
Frostbear's, Hammer Knights, and Violinist, man.
Yeah, dude. How many of each do you have and win?
All.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
Hidden power.
True.
Matisse,
Guess it
we're all
takes
even now.
3.
Yeah, that was a rough second round for him. What are these comments? I left, came back, it was still Eric's turn. Haven't finished the clip yet, but so far, it's good. Eric's aesthetic was absolutely... Your signature. I misplayed that first round. Wait, at the end of the second round, Tim could not use his last frog to ping Eric main action. Guys, didn't use scream parted. Yeah. Violence back to hit. What? Wasn't sold on Ashes until Kerbal covered commentary you guys have put out. After the second match, I placed my order. Master set expansions. Damn. Good to hear. Video. Well, that's all we got from Tulsa. I'm gonna stop the 2 videos.